What's up, guys? It's Josh from Cardfight Empire. We are here with our newest world champion. I'll let him introduce himself a little further.
Okay, my name is Jesus Daniel Herrera Moya. I'm the world champion from this year. I'm from Mexico City, and I played the blaster deck in the Worlds at what is it? The Worlds 2017.
Yeah, Worlds 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
Awesome. So there's just a couple questions I wanted to ask you personally. So when you were going about building your deck, like I guess one of the most interesting things that stood out to me was the Salgos, the stand triggers. So what made you decide to go about the stand triggers, or when you were testing, how did you come to that?
I think that the first issue was the gear chronic for me, because I was playing blaster before the booster which is the number of the booster where the Purge came out?
Okay, the Purge, GBC 13?
Yeah, before GBC 13 I was playing blaster, and the problem was Zodiac 10 Beast. I didn't feel like the deck balanced enough to really beat Zodiac. And I noticed that the draw triggers are kind of useless against that one, because it's just one extra card that there are so many attacks. On the other hand, that extra attack that you can generate with the stand trigger is really nice. In fact, I was playing the other stand trigger that GB comes to field,
gets 3K and
and goes to the deck. Yeah.
Okay.
And I liked it, and I kept on playing it. And then when Lin Joker and Kagero came out, I noticed that the dog was the best option, because it disappeared from the field, they cannot lock it, they cannot retire. It gets you to help your small units to attack with a small boost, then it disappears, you get the card, you might scratch something that you want, like a PG, you get the same, a lot of value from that stand trigger. Especially when you're attacking with your blaster and you drive, the stance, and it's attacking again, even when you don't have the flow of combo.
All right, awesome. Well, how did you like the event in general? How it was run, everything? Was there any problems for you throughout the day?
Talking about problems, I usually had a really rough morning. As usual, I arrived late to the venue.
Okay.
I was making my deck list right at the moment, but nothing. I think there is no smooth match when you're using blasters. Everything feels so risky. Every decision seems to be the bad one. But I've been practicing with this since it came out, and I felt really safe using it.
Awesome. So you just went with your safest, most consistent option.
Yeah, for Worlds.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, that seemed to be a good choice.
Yeah, right.
You won the whole championship. So I guess moving on, do you remember your matchups throughout the day?
Yes, of course. You'll never forget about them. The first matchup was with a 7 runner, Grand Blue. He wasn't expecting it when we, stand up or Vanguard. He was oh fuck, a blaster. It was I think that was an easy match, because you have a good match against that kind of decks. Then I play against Luard. Then it was Overlord all over the place until top 8, when I got Messiah, and then more Overlord.
So how did you personally go about dealing with the Messiah matchup? Was that hard for you, or?
Not quite. I've been testing. The thing is that I try to always be prepared for everything. That's one other of the reasons why I choose blasters, because I think it's one of the decks that has consistent unlocker, and I liked it a lot because of that. To be honest, I kind of hate Lin Joker, because I think that it doesn't allow you to play a lot of fun clans.
Yeah.
And this kind of thing happens too when people just run the blaster and the Liu. You just lose to Lin Joker, right? You just have to look for options.
Agreed. Well, do you want to go through your deck profile?
Yeah, of course.
Set you down to.
Of course.
Matt with your channel.
All right, good.
Alright. 2-time Bushiroad heavyweight champions.
Yeah. Oh well, it's just that my team have won the Spring Fest, the team challenge twice.
Okay.
And top and everything.
Awesome.
Very good. So
if you want to turn things this way.
Yeah. So the first one is the typical starter, right? I mean, he's so good. There's no bad hand when you combine this one and the great one, the great one Wingles. So good. I think that's it's the best starter that Royal Paladin had right now. After that, everything is typical. We have the heal triggers to draw a little bit. We have the Florgals, we have more criticals, and the cherry of the cake today were these guys. These guys are really good. I like them a lot. I got used to play them. A lot of people don't run stands or don't even think about running stands in Blaster because they are low numbers. but I think it's a really, really good card for this season. Now that there's Kagero and retiring all over the place, it helps you to boost. It helps you to draw the card. You don't lose the card. You get a trigger for your next turn. You get like mini combos when your blaster is attacking. It's so good. I really like it a lot. And it was a dog, and that's like really good theme, right? Then for the great ones, we had like the typical 4 blaster friends. I run 4 liens to make it stable. A lot of people run the 1 PG to touch against Luard or other things, but since I wasn't running draw triggers, I really needed to keep my hand alive all over the place. So 4 was the good number, and I had like something against those kind of cards in my G zone. We will check that later. I only run 2 Strider fodders. 2 is enough because I'm running 8 grade 3, so I never missed Stride. It's really good. You don't want to see this in the first hand, and that's the reason I only run 2 really. Once again, another card that I really like and a lot of people don't is Wingo. I think this is the best card from the Legend deck. It transforms your hand into something beautiful and amazing. You just have this guy and this guy, then you have all the game until grade 3 or Stride. Really, it's just amazing. You pressure, it disappears, they cannot attack it. With the stun triggers, it works like a charm. As you could see in the finals, when I attack with it and then stun trigger, it stood, then it attack again, like so much pressure. So since the beginning, you're starting to really pressure and push the opponent. I think it's really good. Everybody should play it, I think, if you're playing blasters. Now for the grade 2, I used, well, of course, 4 blaster blades, so good. 4 Lius. I was using 1 Spirit. A lot of people like running more. I wanted to ditch the space of 1 grade 3 for another one because sometimes I run out of blasters so fast. But for the format, I cannot run less grade 3s. Because first of all, because of Link Joker, I really want to see my Alfred really quick. And second of all, because of Dragma. You want to assure 1 grade 3 in your hand. These ones don't count. It's the one you ride, the one you add, the other one you add. So this is your chances to really beat Dragma. And all of them are really good cards to ride against him, because if you ride a blaster, you retire. You ride an Alfred, you bring 2 interceptors, or and this one gets 5k, so it's really like a mini wall if you get to have it against Dragma. And I was playing 2 violinists. I don't like Trumpeter GB. I think that the Trumpeter is nice, but I like to have the rush combo early. I think a lot of people forget about them, forget about the options that the deck had. And as I told you, it's the best thing to keep suppressing your opponent and don't letting him know where the punches are coming from, because this guy has some combos. It brings you your blaster combo with the dogs. You can add your my God, Bargle friend. You can bring this guy and pop a card. You can just bring this guy and flip a card. You have the Bargle, and it works on right. It works on rear guard. So good. And when your field is empty, you can look for him with Almile. It calls. You call another card, and for free you have like 3 attacks or more because you have stun triggers and florals and more combos. So it's really good. I like it a lot. Once again, I would have liked to run maybe more, but as I told you, the format doesn't allow me to change a lot of things. For grade 3 as well, we have the 4 blasters. It's amazing. We have 3 Alfreds for the Link Joker match, and it's not a bad ride. A lot of people don't like him because they feel like it's a bad ride and everything. And no, everything goes smooth if you ride him, since you have a lot of strides that can work with him. If you can see, you have a lineup of strides that you can follow through your game, and it's really are not bad. You are not stuck. You can even run the Alfred if you happen to draw a blaster. So it's really good. And 1 Liu, once again, because I needed a stride folder. This card is everything. I mean, it's a stride folder. It gives you 5k shield. It can be summoned with Dragma. It can be looked with the Wingull. It can be looked with the Alfred. It recycles blaster. I like it a lot, but I would have liked to run maybe 2 and 2. But for Worlds, I really wanted to see my Alfred. I wouldn't have liked to not to have him against a Link Joker match, you know. For the G Zone, Well, two Lancelots, that's amazing. This is your first ride. A lot of people think he's broken, but he's not. When you're playing blasters, you know that if it didn't have that effect, you wouldn't do anything. I mean, it's really, really necessary for the deck. If they didn't have this guy, this might be like kind of garbage. This makes the deck competent to really use it. I'm only running 2 Alfreds. I use a lot of counterblast. As I told you, I run off blasters really, really fast. And I only really use him once. I tested, it worked, so I like it a lot. I'm playing 2 All Miles. It doesn't need any counterblast. It brings you a blaster, and it allows you to make a blaster combo. You can bring, as I told you, a violinist, and then or you can bring a Liu, and then make a more interactions with other cards. It's really, really nice. Against Kagero, it's really good because if you only have your stride folder, you can stride, bring him, and then you have 2 or 3 attacks or more. So it's really good. Have 4 Squire Dragons because, as I told you, if you're against Link Joker, you lose. And when you ask someone else that plays Royal Paladin and you tell them, hey, how do you win against Link Joker? I don't like the answer when they tell you, just rush the fuck out of them, you know? That's not a solution because you don't know if you're gonna have the cards or not. Instead, you can have a real tangible solution over here. It reduces the space of the G-Zone, but I have learned to play just with 12 cards in G-Zone. He's a good target for G-Assist, so yeah, it's really, really nice. I have 2 Mazgals to accelerate GB8. They have it. The Mazgal 0 helps me to get strike folders. During the tournament, they're really, really good. When you don't have like anything in your hand, you can just like scratch through the deck to get like the card you want. Have 2 Maroon, really, really good. It doesn't depend on anything on the field. It's like a really, really good card. Just you need to be careful with the souls because this runs soul. The perfect guards run soul. The violinist runs soul. So be careful when you're using it. This is the solution to the Luards and the Messiah because you have always full field. Well, until new Luard comes out, but against the Luard there is right now in here and the Messiah, they unlock all the field, so you have like full field. You can use this girl to really get value from her skill. The only thing I don't like is that you have 3 G guards that depend on having field, but this guy solved it, so it's really, really nice. Well, GB8 is really good. You can go through it like really, really fast. The deck mills itself like really, really quick, and you get to have a really, really nice finisher with him. If you don't win with this guy, you're not going to win the game, right?
Agreed. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing your deck profile with us.
Thank you very much.
I appreciated having you on the channel. You seem like a very competent player who knows what he's talking about. You play the blaster deck in and out. Like, you know your matchups. You explain everything very, very well. So I definitely appreciate you being on the channel.
Thank you very much.
Is there any shout outs you want to give or anything?
Is there any what?
Any shout outs or?
Oh no, just as I told you, Mexico's community is kind of small. They really want to show that we can do something. They have really good players. I play a lot in Mexico. I train there, so if they could prepare me to really get this and to get to these strategies, trust me that Latin American people have so much to offer.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the channel. Like I said before, the guys, it's been Josh from Cardfight Empire, and
Daniel Herrera.
and we'll see you guys later.